What's going on, everybody? I wanted to make a quick video and just share with you guys the audio setup that I use, that I'm actually using right now. I use the Rode NTG3. I'm looking up because it's right here in my face. I'll actually show you right here. This is the setup I have. So I have my camera over here, and then I have my mic on this nice big boom mic here where I put my mic, I would say about like 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet away from my face. And I have it plugged into the H5 Zoom here on the floor. I have a 32 gigabyte SD card, which can probably fill like more audio than I can record in a whole year. Now the H5 Zooms, they are pretty cheap. An H4 Zoom, in my opinion, would be just as good. The H6 Zoom, that one has 4 inputs. That one, or maybe it's 6, I think. That one's a little bit more for like multi-mic recording. I could have 2 mics plugged in here, but most of the time I just need 1. Now this microphone is a little bit expensive. I think it's like $600 to $700 new. I bought it used, I believe, on eBay for $400. I think it's well worth the money. I make a lot of ads for some of the world's biggest companies actually on social media, and a lot of the times I need to kind of stand out. I have a higher quality setup. This thing will absolutely stand out and make your videos just feel more high quality versus somebody that's just filming things on an iPhone. At the end of the day, does it matter so much? You know, as long as your audio is good enough, it should be okay. There's so many AI filters and ways to make your audio just sound a lot better. But even if you're using those, if you're starting with a higher quality mic in the first place, then you're gonna sound just that much better versus people that are, again, using their iPhone. I have also used the Rode Wireless Go 2s. I used them for about a couple months and then they just stopped working completely. I really wanted to mention that because I'm pretty upset about that. These were like $200-300 and they're basically useless for me now. I also have the Shure SM7B microphone. I use this when I have it plugged into the Vocaster, and I use that when I'm streaming or just making videos on my computer. And I also have the little brother, like the Shure MV7 Plus. And honestly, this thing is awesome. If I wasn't using the other mic, I probably would be using these more. I would just have it set up and just have it right next to me. But for these ones, you have to be really close. With this shotgun mic, it can kind of be off screen, and that's just the look that I like to do. I know a lot of people don't care. They'll like have these Rhodes like this or like a little tiny microphone, and that's a look, that's a vibe, that's something, but it's just not gonna work for everything. So is this the perfect mic? I don't know. I haven't used a whole bunch of mics. It was between this one and like one of those Sennheisers that are like $1,000. I've listened to some comparisons online, and at the end of the day, they're both gonna sound great. This one was cheaper, got it for $400. Absolutely recommend it. It also comes in this cool case, which is, not that big of a deal. It's just a case for a microphone, but it does just add a level of just professionalism. When you show up with it and you're unscrewing the nice microphone, people do just take you seriously. They do think that, okay, this person has something that I don't have. Depending on the client and the work that you're doing, it either matters or it doesn't. But some people, they are hiring you because they want to have better equipment than they have. If you show up just with your Rode Go and your cell phone, they just aren't going to take you as seriously. So, use the tools that you need. Half the time, half the videos I record, to be honest, I do use my cell phone if they're UGC videos. Sometimes you just don't need as high a quality, but I need both, and I like both, and I also make YouTube videos. So yeah, I highly recommend this. Not sponsored. I just kind of wanted to share with you guys just a great way to set up audio and a couple tips with post-processing. You can absolutely just use the auto stuff now that just kind of auto mixes things for you. In my opinion, they sound decent. Not as good as obviously someone that's done it for a long time can get it. If you want to try to do it yourself, I would say look up multi-band compressors. In Adobe Premiere, you can add a multi-band compressor, you can add a limiter, you can do a little background noise removal as well. If you do those 3 things in post-processing, you get really, really good results. For something a little bit cheaper that just plugs right into my camera is the V-Mic D3 Pro Deity. I know it's like maybe $200, $150. How much is this? Yeah, this thing's like $130, and I would say it sounds about $130 compared to this other one. Like this other one I spent $400 on. and I would say it's about 3 times better than this one. And I guess I'll give you a comparison to this one right now, just real quick. Check, okay, this is the Deity V3 Shotgun Mic. It's a little bit further back because it clips onto the camera. You know, that actually is kind of important. You do want to be like as close as you can be. So this is the Deity, and this is the Rode NTG3. So I hope that was helpful. I just wanted to share with you guys a quick video with the equipment that I use and what I recommend. There's a bunch of other stuff out there, and obviously some people can't afford this type of equipment. I've been spending, you know, I've spent 3, 4, 5 years buying a piece of equipment, you know, one after another from a job where I get paid like $1,000 and I take 600 of it and buy like a mic and like an H5 Zoom, right? So after a while, you eventually acquire this equipment over time, but I don't recommend going into debt, anything like that, to get high quality equipment until you've actually started doing other stuff. But anyways, I'm lecturing you now. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys later.